Hey, you brought up something very interesting, right? You said George Foreman. That's exactly the person I thought about because you remember later in his career he won the title, and
Right.
also Ali. And so I think that man Pacquiao has established himself to put himself among the goats, the greatest of all time. Regardless how anybody may feel about him, whether you got Floyd over him, whatever the case may be, because when you define the word greatness, you define the word greatness with great moments. You get what I'm saying? Iconic moments.
Right.
And for that to be a draw is a win for Pacquiao. You
Right.
know, and for me watching the fight, he had some great moments. Now you could tell he wasn't the same Manny Pacquiao as he was when he was younger. But we're talking about a guy that's 40, 40s, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and boxing somebody that's in the prime of their career, that's the champ in the prime of their career. So I mean, all in all, man, win, lose, or draw, it was a win for Manny Pacquiao. For him to put on the strong performance that he did. You know, so it's like, man, and like I was just saying earlier, man, it was one of those moments, man, that's going to be mentioned for years to come. So, and I remember we was talking, we were like, man, why ain't nobody talking about this fight that's coming up? We was talking about all these other fights that's coming up, but we were like, Manny Pacquiao got a championship fight, and nobody's talking about it. Nobody's raving about it, and it ended up being a pretty decent fight. Ended up being and like when I seen it, I understand it being a draw. I wish Manny Pacquiao would have won, and we done seen this out of, and I remember I mentioned this before, right? I say for some reason in big moments Pacquiao shows up, but and I say he'll lose against a scrub. He'll lose against a no-name guy, dude that's coming up, working his way up in the ranks. But like, think about when he fought Keith Thurman. Everybody thought Keith Thurman was going to win that fight convincingly. You get what I'm saying?
I forgot about that fight too.
And not only did Pacquiao win that fight, he dominated. You get what I'm saying? And even the fight of, what we call the fight of the century against him and Floyd, that was a close fight. you know. And so now for him to come back and put up this same type of performance, man, at 46, man, you gotta mention him among the greats, man.
Yeah, man, it was a good fight, man. Like I say, man, I just thought that like when you talk about those other fights, I mean, like when the fight was first announced that he was fighting for a title fight, Pacquiao was. I was like, man, what he doing? I thought money grab. I'm just gonna be real. I'm like, probably money grab. Pacquiao probably need money. But he showed that he still got a little bit left in the tank, and he can still box with these young boys in the sport, man. So I gotta tip my hat to him, man. And so, I mean, let's talk about another fight though, man.
Hold on, before you go forward. There was something else I wanted to mention, right?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Just that performance alone, man. Um, it was just good for the sport of boxing, man. For this reason right here, you know what I'm saying? Now we know that due to Floyd record, how people would say Floyd record was kind of bad for boxing. Not saying something he did wrong was bad, but you got people feel as though when you're chasing greatness, you have to have a perfect record. Greatness is not perfect. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
Greatness is being able to come, failures and great moments and things of that nature. You get what I'm saying? We could
right,
look at somebody like LeBron James. LeBron James lost a lot in the finals, but he also have won. And now you got people that would say that his legacy is greater than Michael Jordan, somebody that never lost in the finals. You get what I'm saying? So now, granted, boxing is a one-on-one sport, and basketball is a team sport. But you get what I'm saying, though. And so when you look at Pacquiao, that doesn't have a perfect record, that has lost to um Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? The battles with Juan Marquez, the controversial loss against Timothy Bradley. You get what I'm saying? So for a fighter like him to be mentioned, amongst the Muhammad Ali, and so on and so on, that will make these other fighters that's coming up look at it like, I don't have to have a perfect record. I don't have to duck no smoke. If I lose, I can always get my lick back. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's always going to be great for boxing. You know what I'm saying? Not being afraid of the L's. And I'm not saying that Floyd did this. You get what I'm saying? I'm just talking in general. You know.